What's up, y'all? Jim here, Get Better with Books, and today we're gonna be talking about the best books that you can buy for under $100. So it's a holiday season, which is a good and bad thing. Good because it means this atrocity of a year is almost done. The bad thing is you gotta go out and get your holiday shopping done. See, me personally, I've never been a good gift giver. Like, my idea of a good Christmas gift is a $25 gift card to Applebee's. But if you're looking to step up your gift giving game this year, new books are a fantastic idea. Not only because it makes you look like a sophisticated, knowledgeable gift giver, like it's almost impossible for someone not to get value from a new book. Like, obviously you can read it, but it can also be used as a paperweight or a doorstop or just good kindling to start that winter bonfire. I just love that book. But without further ado, here are 8 fantastic books that you can get this holiday season without breaking the bank. Here we go. So first on this list, we have got Shoe Dog by Nike founder and chairman Phil Knight. So this is just a phenomenal memoir by the dude who actually built Nike. It's super well written, it's easy to read. So if you're looking to get something simple for those jocks in your family, I think the big ass Nike logo on the front of the book is an easy way for someone to say, ooh, I like this book. But seriously though, this is a great read. There's just a ton of valuable insights into the entrepreneurial struggle from someone who starts with an idea, actually builds a business and scales it into a billion-dollar behemoth. There's a lot of interesting tidbits about struggle and tenacity, but simply not giving up on a goal. And at a little under 11 bucks, this is a great deal. Next on this list, number 2, we have got 12 Rules for Life by the wise and powerful Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. So we're switching gears a little bit, as 12 Rules for Life is a much more cerebral and psychological approach when you compare it to Shoe Dog. So this one is really the prototypical self-help book where it talks a lot about improving your life by utilizing the wisdom of the world into 12 concise rules. Things like treat yourself like you are someone responsible for helping, and compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not who someone else is today. So for those of you who really haven't had the pleasure of listening to Jordan Peterson speak, he's got a ton of great content on Instagram and YouTube, and he's got a podcast. He's been on the Joe Rogan podcast. I mean, this guy is someone who's clearly an intellectual, someone who's very well articulate his thoughts and ideas. At the same time, he's no stranger to controversy. You may or may not agree with his viewpoints on gender politics and pronouns, things like that, but he will definitely challenge the way that you think and make you more critical with your understanding of the world moving forward. So if you've got any intellectual types in your family, you know, the types who love discussing politics and telling you how wrong your opinion is, this could be a great read to add to their ammo. And at $15.55, this is another great book that won't break the bank. Okay, number 3 on this list, and one of my favorite books from 2020, we've got The Ride of a Lifetime by Robert Iger. So Bob Iger is now the former CEO of the Walt Disney Company. And similar to Shoe Dog, this is one of those memoir type stories of some uber successful business executive type. But why I think this is a great idea for a gift is everybody knows what Disney is. It's one of those brands that's just been embedded into our culture that has brought a ton of happiness to everyone's lives. So learning a little bit about the business side, from the notable mergers and acquisitions to the popular theme parks, and actually learning it from the perspective of the dude who is calling the shots, it just makes it that much more of an entertaining read. So Bob Iger is clearly one of the biggest players in the media and entertainment business and shares a lot of valuable insights into leadership and managing the creative business, but also the importance of just putting in the work. So if you got a parent who loves Disney, or maybe you got a young cousin who's got aspirations of running their own business, The Ride of a Lifetime certainly lives up to its name. And at a little under 19 bucks, this one is a great value. Number 4 on this list, we are taking a trip back in time with the book Endurance by ALFRED. Lansing. All right, so picture this. Let's just say you're out on a boat with a bunch of friends in the middle of the ocean, and all of a sudden the boat runs out of gas and you are literally stranded in the middle of nowhere. But instead of 72 degrees and sunny and calm seas, imagine it's 10 degrees. And now the ocean is iced over, and now your boat is caught in a sea of ice. Oh, and it's the year 1915. Yeah, that's That kind of sucks. But this is essentially what happened to a polar explorer, Ernest Shackleton, and 27 of his crew members as they attempted to be early voyagers to the South Pole in 1915. This is an unbelievable story about courage, about determination, about grit, but really just the insane human ability to survive. And this is one of those books that will 100% guarantee that you will be grateful for having a roof over your head and having a warm bed to sleep in. So if you've got any of those wily old grandparents, you know, the type that are saying, I used to hike to and from school in 4 feet of snow. Or if you've got any of those crazy cousins who are the outdoor types who are into mountain biking and rock climbing, this is a great book that will help them develop a new appreciation for Mother Nature. And this one is a steal for $8.99. Number 5 on this list, we have got Rare Breed by SONNY BONNELL and ASHLEIGH. HANSBERGER. So this one is a disruptive and rebel take on the traditional self-help books. It's all about embracing your inner weirdness and being an individual and really standing out against the confined rules that society often imposes on us. So this one is great for creative types, the black sheeps of your family, anyone who is a real disruptor and looking to stand out from the pack. And like I said, this one really helps to emphasize the importance of being an individual, not being afraid to stand out against the grain, and being your own person while maintaining your own personal values. So if you've got any creative types in your family, you know, people who are designers, who are artists, you know, people who are kind of lone wolves, I think this one speaks directly to that type of mindset. And at $12.50, this one is well worth it. Number 6 on this list, we have got a phenomenal book, Educated by Tara Westover. Now this is easily one of the most beautifully written memoirs that I've ever come across. It is a true story about a young girl who comes from a survivalist family and really is homeschooled her whole life until she develops the will and the desire to embrace high school, ultimately college, master's, and ends up getting her PhD. But this is more than just the story about education. It's a story about family. It's a story about personal identification. And it's a story about how potentially holding on to your past can potentially sacrifice your future. Like I said, this one is beautifully written. It's a gripping story. And again, it lives up to all of the acclaim that it's received over the past few years. So if you've got anyone in your family who is pursuing higher education, maybe a doctorate, a PhD, I think this is a fantastic story that can help people ground themselves in their pursuit for higher knowledge. Number 7 on this list, we have got A Gentleman in Moscow by AMOR TOWLES. And this one has all the quarantine vibes that is 2020. So this is basically a story of a man who was sentenced to live the rest of his life in a luxury hotel during the Russian Revolution. Now this one is a charming, a fantastic and beautifully written story that everyone that I've spoken to who has read this book absolutely adores this book. And it's a book about change, it's a book about adaptation, it's a book about maintaining friendships and family, but it's also the importance of embracing fate and how chance encounters and how you adapt to them can ultimately shape the direction of your life. Again, this one is beautifully written, it's full of charisma, it's full of personality, full of vibrant characters, and something that I recommend to everyone that I come across. And last but not least on my book recommendation list for your upcoming holiday season, we have got As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Now this one is really the classic self-help book. It's short, it's under 100 pages, so you could probably read it in a day, but it really emphasizes the importance of managing your inner dialogue. You know, you've probably heard the saying, control your thoughts, control your life. It's all about mastering your mindset and making sure that you are not a prisoner to your own thoughts. I think this is an important read for everyone out there who's looking to improve their lives through books, because again, it really emphasizes how important it is to maintain that positive self-talk, but be your own coach, be your own cheerleader, be your own best friend. As long as you can continue to tell yourself that you're okay, that what you're doing is helpful, and not being the biggest critic in your life, all of that goes a long way in maintaining a good relationship with not only yourself, but just the rest of the world. So that's what I got for you folks. Hopefully those 8 books will be something that will help you in this upcoming holiday season as you can buy books for yourself, but more importantly, buy books for other people. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you. Consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoy videos like this. Do me a favor, comment down below if there are any books that are high up on your wish list this upcoming holiday season, and I'll see you down there. This is Jim, Get Better with Books, signing out. I appreciate you watching this. Until then, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.